So at the very bottom, I'm going to zoom in to where it says this, right? So Project 2025 USA, right? Y'all see that. They have their own website. It says paid for by FFPAC, ffpac.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee, okay? So people keep saying Project 2025 is Donald Trump's, and that's not it. Right here it tells you that it's by a PAC. Well, what is a PAC, right? A PAC is a political action committee. That's what it stands for. Political Action Committee. So right here it says this is paid for by FFPAC, pac.org. Well, what does the Donald Trump say about Agenda 47? Well, this is what Agenda 47 says. Right? This is Agenda 47, which is on Trump's website, which we just seen, right? This is what it says. Oops. This is what it says right here. It says, paid for by Donald J. Trump, presidential 2024, right? And this was a screenshot that I grabbed off of Agenda 47 so that I could show this on the live. So you mean to tell me that Project 2025 has its own website and it's not even sponsored by any candidate or Donald Trump, but the media keeps telling us that Project 2025 is Donald Trump's agenda? No, it's not. Agenda 47 is all on his page. They purposely tell y'all and they purposely lie to you guys so that they can gaslight you and that they can have you say these talking points that they don't even know about. The media's main job is to just throw out propaganda. So when people start mentioning Project 2025 to me, and then I tell them that it's not endorsed by Trump, they then say the next talking point from CNN, which is there's people in his cabinet that are working for him. Well, it says it right here that it's not paid for by any candidate. It says it right there. It says paid for by a political action committee. Who's the political action committee? Because Elon Musk has a PAC right now, even though he's not endorsing Trump, meaning $45 million. He endorses him as a president, but he's not giving money directly to him. But Elon Musk has a PAC as well. That's what that interview was with Jordan Peterson. So don't get finessed, right? So when they bring Project 2025 up, number one, 900 pages, which most of these liberals have not read. And number two, it's funded by a political action committee. And it says it right there at the bottom that they're not authorized by any candidate. All right. So I think we got that. Sorry for the not being organized. We're bringing that to the forefront. I wanted to do it for a particular live stream, but you know, I'll do it at another time, right? So that's that, man. That's that. So that's, you know, we need to talk more about Agenda 47. But the real question is, why do we not talk about Kamala Harris's agenda? What is her agenda name? What is her agenda? Right? We know about her gender because that's all we keep talking about is race and gender. We're not talking about her agenda at all. All right? Cool. So my thoughts on this presidential race is that this is nothing but a hero versus villain showdown. This is what it is, y'all. This is people being ultra scared of Trump. They paint him as this dictator, as this super bad guy. No matter what he does, it will always be wrong. And they were going to paint it to you like, well, our party on the Democratic side, we're the nice guys. We're the ones who care about democracy. We're the ones who really, really love this country. But secretly, we are doing things to destroy this country. But because we come to you with a smile, a laugh, and we have a bad guy to point to, you guys rock with us. But you have to look past all of the BS and see that the Democratic Party has no plan. They just want you to vote for them so they can continue their behind the scenes agenda that they have been running for some time. Joe Biden was just overthrown in his own party. Why did this happen? I mean, we're not going to ignore the news. Why did this just happen? How did the president of the United States, someone that we are supposed to respect, one of the highest jobs in the country, get overthrown by his party? It's because he's a puppet. Like there's no way around it. When someone comes out and says, I am going to stay in the race, I am adamant about what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. No one's going to stop me from doing this. And then less than 2 weeks later, you get thrown out of your party. That shows that you're weak. And who's the man or the woman behind the scenes really pulling the strings? Is this a Democratic machine that Donald Trump is running up against? Because I phrase it that way, because when he beats Joe Biden in a debate, they then remove him and place someone else in the forefront immediately. It's almost like, all right, he beat this person. Okay, we gotta bring this person now. And when they beat this person, we got to throw another obstacle in his course. Is it really a machine that he's going up against? Because it was smokescreen stuff where, oh, Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Yay. But then when Biden went down, and then we seen how quickly Obama wants an open election, really. And they're trying to figure out a candidate, and they just select Kamala Harris. She gets the donor money. Who is Donald Trump really going up against? So when I think about this presidential race, I think about Donald Trump versus the machine. Donald Trump versus the Democratic machine. And the Democratic machine just wants to defeat Donald Trump by any means possible. Any means possible, which is dangerous. It's already gotten dangerous. So let me bring it back to the point I made in the beginning of this, where I said it's pretty much the villain versus the hero, or the hero versus the villain, whatever you want to do. And we already know who the villain would be. But you know what's funny? I'm going to get a little dramatic here. Sometimes the villain is more exciting than the hero. Because the hero tries to do everything right, but they really get beat up. Hence the Dark Knight. The Joker was better than Batman. I don't watch the Dark Knight to watch Batman. Batman he's weak. Just me doing a little fun analogy. But this is what it has turned into. And I'm going to play a clip from The View, a.k.a. The Spew, right? Shout out to OK Rick, right? He calls it The Spew. I need to get me a bag, though. I need to get me a bag because it's about to hurl everywhere when I watch The View. Which means that anytime someone says anything about Trump, the chills go through people's bodies because you can't say his name, Whoopi Goldberg. And nothing good can come out of Trump when it comes to this Trump derangement syndrome. Nothing. Like, he's done nothing right. Like, that's just insane. Like, even a dead clock is right twice a day. But in a Trump derangement mind syndrome, where this should be studied, nothing that he does is right. Meanwhile, you're living in the society, in the economy of Joe Biden, and you're complaining right now about prices, about rent, about mortgages. You're complaining about everybody raising their prices. You're in it right now, but because you're so delusional and got a cult-like mind, you don't recognize that the problem is the administration that's pulling the strings and implementing the policies.
Audio Jungle.
This is how delusional Democrats are, and I'm going to get off this point. The bipartisan border bill, I just read up on it a little bit more. because I seen some information on it.